Well, here's some breaking news. Floyd Mayweather Jr. has signed a contract to fight Logan Paul in an upcoming exhibition match to take place before the end of 2020, says source. This is classic Floyd Mayweather, by the way. This guy, Floyd Mayweather, he signed an exhibition match in Japan on New Year's Eve, and he went in there and just beat a billionaire's son to death. The guy actually cried in the ring. Floyd Mayweather had an actual boxing match against a man who has never had a professional boxing match before. It made over $150 million in doing so. Floyd Mayweather will now somehow exhibition box against a man who's double his size in Logan Paul, who has been working out, is in great shape. He was a high school wrestler in Ohio, but this is going to be the same story, I'd assume, as every other fight against Floyd Mayweather. You can train all you want. Your cardio will never be able to keep up with him. Your hands will never be as fast as him. You won't be able to hit him. You will lose. But I am pumped to watch Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather Jr. And by the way, shout out to Logan Paul stepping in the ring with Floyd Mayweather. Shout out to Logan Paul doing these professional boxing matches. You just got to keep your head on a swivel. Floyd Mayweather's hated by everybody, but he's the greatest of all time for a reason, and I assume this is a great way to get some more money. Good for him. That's what he is. He's a businessman, a money team, and I will watch this. And I think people probably hate me for promoting it, but I will fucking watch it for sure.
Yeah, I'll watch it. I mean, I don't think Logan Paul has a chance against Floyd. You mentioned it. No one can hit Floyd. Do we have any idea, any more details, like how many rounds it is? What network is on? Is it on YouTube? What are we doing?
So an exhibition, whenever we were talking to Evander Holyfield. When we were talking to Evander Holyfield, the exhibition.
No, I think it was George Holyfield, right?
He's thinking George Foreman.
No. I was thinking George Foreman, which, by the way,
good grill,
incredible grill.
Great
I mean, great. It's supposed to be Hulk Hogan's, by the way. He said no. They give it to George Foreman.
Sorry, Hulkster.
He made enough. Hulk Hogan's made enough money, but it could have been even more. We were talking to him. The exhibition fight was like 3 rounds, and there's no winner. Because this was whenever he was thinking about getting back in the game. Mike Tyson was thinking about getting back in the game. And they were talking about having these exhibitions. And he was like, it's 3 rounds or 5 rounds, and there's no winner, and they got to wear a helmet, the whole thing. So as he was telling us, because we were promoting him getting back into the fight game. And he was like, how he always stays shape. Hey, you don't have to get ready if you stay ready and all this stuff. It was a cool conversation. We were talking about Mike Tyson. Like, hey, Mike Tyson's going to come throw refrigerators at some old folks, and they just line them up like we were pumped about it. And he was like, no, it's going to be an exhibition. So it'll be 3-5 rounds. We wear headgear, and there'll be no winner. And it just completely took the entire soul out of the conversation. I was like, well, that sounds like it's going to suck. I would assume Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul understand good content and that it'll be different than normal exhibitions, and I would assume they can make their own rules. But the exhibitions of the past, there's like no winner, you have to wear headgear, you have to do all this. I hope they change that.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be the case. And right now, the Tyson-Roy Jones Jr. fight is still on, as far as I know.
Mm-hmm. Can't be moved, can't be moved, can't be done. We hot when we'll learn.
It's a song, dude.
I don't know.
That's Roy Jones Jr. He's a rapper.
Oh, really? I know he has like Russian citizenship. The he was awesome. I used to watch him all the time.
Oh, that guy's talking in New York. Man, I thought there was a human just whispering in my brain right there. I was like, am I losing my shit right now? It was Sirius XM back there in the corner.